Welcome to Shit My Pastor Said. My name's Kris, and I'm here on post-Holy Week. And to start things off, my friend Bree is going to share her wisdom that she learned at a bar.
Hey, everyone. Well, I was just telling Kris that I bartend on Sundays now instead of going to church. So this Easter Sunday, I actually made, I didn't tell you this part, I made Jello shots inside of Easter eggs for the bar.
That's really
great.
great.
And that was really fun. But there were some people that were pretty bummed because Sammy's Pizza, which is attached to our bar, was closed this weekend. And so I kept trying to play it off and keep people laughing by telling them that the crust just wasn't rising like our Lord and Savior. And not all of them got it and not all of them cared, but...
Did anyone laugh?
Yeah, a couple, but they still wanted pizza. we didn't have it. But Jello shots worked.
I laughed harder when you told that to me before.
The first time, probably.
Yeah, and now that I knew it was coming, it's not funny.
Yeah.
But when you tell the joke, did you think it was funny every time you told it?
Oh, I kind of told it quite a few times thinking that I was going to get laughs.
But did you think it was funny?
I still think it's funny.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the funniest thing you've said at the bar when you're working?
Oh my God.
Yeah, there's got to be a line you use over and over again.
It's hard. Oh, one of the lines that I use quite a bit is this guy Gary comes down and
this is for you, Gary. Gary's a listener.
Oh, I'm sure. What's up, Gary? Thanks for listening. Actually, he can't hear. He's he needs to go to the ear doctor.
Gary, if you're listening, go to the fucking doctor.
The damn doctor. So he always comes in and asks me what I'm thinking. What you thinking, Bree? What you thinking? And my response every time is I try not to.
You have a great opportunity as a country music fan. You are the only person on this podcast.
I was thinking about a little white tank top sitting right there in the middle by me.
No. What are you thinking? You could say, I got a thinking problem. God, it's a great song.
Yeah.
We should have we're talking about resurrection, but we should just talk about country music the whole time.
I mean, we can fit it in.
I do love it. I do. I'm going to go see who's coming? Clint Black.
Yeah.
In May, and then I see Tim McGraw in August, and the Chicks.
That is.
And Lady Antebellum. No one. Or Lady A. No one likes
Lady
them.
A. I actually loved Lady A for one album.
What album?
That's a good question.
Hey, the dough's not rising like Jesus did. Am I right? God.
I can't remember.
Give me your bartender voice. Do you have a bartender voice too?
No, my voice is my voice.
No,
I do what I do.
Try this one. Hi, everybody. Can you do it?
No.
Just try.
Hey, everybody.
That's a way
How y'all doing?
That's my.
I could do like a country like Dolly Parton
Let's hear
kind
it.
of. I don't know if I could do it.
Just try it.
How y'all doing tonight, babes? Thanks for coming in. What can I get you? Oh, I literally sound like I have bigger tits when I sound like that.
I was going to say, I can't even make eye contact with you. Just look away. Oh. Yes, ma'am, can I have a White Claw, please? Okay, last bartending question. What's the one either order or question you get asked way too many times that you just hate?
Oh, do you know what drives me really crazy is when people ask me for a Tito's and vodka constantly.
That's like your favorite.
No, Tito's and vodka. Listen, people mess it up. Yeah, you got it. You got stuck too. People mess it up all the time. So they're going to ask for a Tito's and soda or a Tito's and tonic or Tito's and 7, whatever. But they say Tito's and vodka
and
instead.
What do you do?
Which Tito's is vodka.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you want a mixie in there? Like,
what do you say?
Think about it, buds.
You just say, do you want a mixie in there?
I usually say no. I'm like, no, you cannot have that. You need to have something
and pull
with
out
your
a
vodka,
knife and
alcoholic.
stab it right between their hands. This will fucking give you.
I say no quite a bit to people though when they ask me for stuff. You know that. Can I get a beer? No. What do you think this is?
What's my line when I
Kris comes into the bar to see me sometimes.
What do I
don't
say?
Think people really know who he is.
No,
because he doesn't come in that often.
I don't come. I mean, Yeah, I don't come in often as much.
He'll walk right in. You want to say it?
No, what's my line? I want to know if you know my line because I'm smiling.
Dude,
what's my line?
It's the same line. It's who do I gotta blow to get a drink around here? I'll use it every once in a while too. I'm not mad at it.
There's
it's
times
so
where I will
funny.
say, whose dick do I gotta suck? But that is
Yeah.
a little more crude than who do
Yeah.
I gotta blow. And every time there's always one person there.
They just are shocked.
And
And I'm just like, I come out and give you a hug.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is the guy you're hugging? This is your friend?
who do I have to blow to get a drink around here? Only place I use it is at your bar.
I
Just so you
love
know, I don't use it anywhere else.
That's probably good because it's like more people would take you seriously if you didn't
If
have somebody that you knew to like.
If Sam was working behind the bar at Duluth Coffee Company, I'd use it there.
That's fair.
But I'd have to whisper it to him.
It's, yeah.
But not at your bar. I'm like, hey!
But it's so funny like, how like when you say that, like how many of those things come out of relationship, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
you could say anything to me and I would be like, yes, I love you. Hi. That's my friend Kris. And then there's the other guy. Like if some like rando came into my bar and said that,
Yeah, what would you do?
I would probably walk out from behind the bar and punch him right in the dick or the throat. Actually, probably the throat.
That's why I probably shouldn't say it at other bar. Well, yeah, anywhere else I go.
Yeah, like I don't let people talk. You know what I mean? Like I don't let people talk to me like that. But
It's
if I
so
like
good.
them, then it's a different story. I'm like,
It's a good
bullshit.
joke. It's a good joke. Okay, so what? It's Holy Weekish. Do you know that Holy Monday's a thing? Easter Monday?
No, I also didn't know that Maundy Thursday was a thing though.
Monday, Thursday. We're not getting. I got
That's
shit
fine.
from someone he was sitting right there. He's like, "You didn't know what Monday, Thursday was?" I'm like, "No, I'm sorry. We couldn't have Halloween festivals." Does that give you a clue of what I really knew? Does that tell you a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, before we get, I already just thought of something else. Your thoughts on people when they were in church not wearing shoes, just like barefoot in church. Are you pro barefoot in church, or are you against it? This is how we should start every podcast.
I guess I'd have to. This is how. I guess I'd have to go to church to care.
No, you don't. You just think about if someone was on stage playing guitar and they were barefoot. Sunday, 10:10 a.m.
Yeah.
Would you feel like, fuck yeah, that's awesome?
No.
What would you say?
Are we talking like we're talking no socks either?
Like bare feet, yeah.
Toes,
sweaty ass feet.
I don't like to see toes.
What if they're toes in sandals?
In sandals,
I'm showing
like
you my toes right now in my sandals.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
But but bare feet feels differently.
Yeah, for sure.
Totally.
But also socks wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, it would.
I don't think that would bother me.
It's the absence of shoes.
Right, but that's just like people being comfortable. Like that's people like.
That's like in your buddy's home. That's not in public. If I walked into your bar and there was people not wearing shoes or socks,
that would be dangerous and
exactly.
And but that's not what this space is.
No,
you think so?
I am 1,000. I am the most anti. And people do it because they're like, well, that's what Moses had to do before he went to. It's a holy place. I'm like, well.
If you're going to bring a bunch of bullshit like that into
that's
it, then
what
I'm
it's
not
from.
interested.
It's not comfort. It's like the sign of like I just want to feel the senses. I don't. You said something that reminded me. I'm like, oh God.
No, I don't know. I think that people should be their authentic selves. But if you're doing it for bullshit reasons, then cut it out.
No.
If your feet get real sweaty, dude, take off your shoes.
Go somewhere else.
I don't want to see your toes, especially like if you're on a stage, so that like
I'm specifically on the stage.
Your feet are like level with like my eyes.
Yes.
No thanks.
No. We're all whatever. Okay, moving on. So it's somewhat post-resurrection week. And
I don't think Jesus was wearing shoes when he came out of the grave.
That's different. Again, that's in the desert. He's got a robe on, right?
It's outside.
We don't know. I wonder what the theological discussion is. Jesus had sandals on walking onto the tomb.
Was he buried
in sandals? I don't know. I've never buried anyone. That's not true. I've buried people, and they've all worn shoes when they've been buried. So Jesus should have.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move. Let's move. What I wanted to give an update. We have not had as many episodes out because, like we shared earlier, my brother Dano, who's on this podcast as well, got a new job, and that's it. And he is getting into the new rhythm. And so Dano will be back at some point. But for today, it's Bree and I talking about resurrection. Resurrection. And what I want to talk specifically about, Bree,
Yes,
is from you and I both worked together, went to the same church, had similar we had similar spiritual well, that's not true because I'm a man. We both had spiritual experiences that we've shared about on this podcast.
Yeah, and experiences in similar spaces and similar ideas. Yeah,
yes.
for sure. Obviously, we're different people.
Well, I don't want to equate like what you had to experience in purity culture is radically different than me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Just break. I still think the best idea I've ever had was the idea for the title of the podcast that you came on.
God.
Do you remember what the name was?
Break the Chains with Haynes. I still hate it.
Oh, God, Bree, it's the best.
Oh, my God.
And you know how many people have complimented me on that title?
Yeah.
0. Me, about 1 billion times.
That's right.
All
That's
right.
all that matters.
Well, who do I have to blow to get a drink around here? Break the Chains with Haynes. Those are 2 banger lines. Okay. So we come from evangelical spaces where, God, this is a great question. I don't want to assume, but when you can reflect as like 24, 25-year-old Bree, what did resurrection mean to you then?
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Like, was it important? Was it critical? Was it manufactured? Was it authentic? Like your feelings or...
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, at that point, everything was very certain.
But did it feel certain? Did it feel like this is absolute? Or was it just like an assumption that it's certain? Like something was handed to you and you're like, oh, of course.
Yeah, it wasn't. I feel like there's a lot of those things that I probably didn't like even press into too much because it was all I was ever given. Exactly. It was all I ever knew. Yeah. So at that, in my 20s, I wasn't asking questions yet. Not about Jesus, I should say. Like, there was definitely questions about the church that I was asking.
No comment.
But about God and the Bible, Jesus, like all like the actual stories. I wasn't asking questions yet. I was believing it for everything that it was, and it was real to me.
It was real to you, but did it like because when I think back of being in that time, I don't remember having anything other than, of course, there's a resurrection, but I don't have like feelings behind it. I don't remember. I remember around Easter that it was a big deal.
Right.
Good Friday. Well, I have thoughts about Good Friday. We'll get to that in a second. But it just felt like, like the sun is warm.
Like, of course.
It's just like, of course. Like, there's no thought, no energy. It was just like, yeah. Let's move on to something more interesting. It's kind of how that's not even true. It was like a big thing, but there was no process of why it was such a big thing.
Right. But I mean, also, like, in your 20s, you don't have, like, the depth of emotion and understanding that we have now, right? So it's hard to, like, look back and see, no matter what, even if it was the thing you most believed in the whole wide world, like, you probably didn't feel as deeply about it.
Anything.
Anything, yeah.
That's really good.
We keep growing deeper and wider, right? And there's not, like, it's hard to know what those ideas even were.
That's super interesting. That's probably... I mean, there's a lot of different reasons people deconstruct, but I guess when you're still filling out the container in your 20s, container being yourself, and at some point it has to reach some sort of limit of where you're forced to reckon with what do I want to believe or not believe.
Yeah. And exactly. And like when I look back at it now, like I definitely had feelings about it, but like a lot of those were shame-based feelings because it was, oh my God.
About resurrection?
Yeah, because Jesus died for my sins.
Oh, for the death
so
part.
So, like, I was like, or I guess, Good Friday, and you said we were maybe going back to that. But, like, it was just, like, it was whatever, like, related to my life personally at the time was, like, the thing that I was feeling the most, I guess. So sometimes on Easter, probably, I was like, oh, God, I feel horrible for...
But
Jesus having to die for me or whatever.
But
I don't know. I feel like most of the time I just felt bad about being a Christian.
yeah, well, yes, all the time.
So
But when it comes to resurrection, of what you can remember of like former versions of yourself,
yeah.
did resurrection feel good, exciting? Was it tied to the future? Was it tied to the present? Because we'll get into what you feel currently, but like,
Yeah. It's God, it's really hard to say because I don't. When I think back at those feelings, all I can see is like how manufactured they were.
yeah, exactly.
And so like you hear the worship music playing, and you hear like when I was young, they actually brought in palm branches, and we had like
Palm Sunday's the week before.
Yeah, see,
Come on,
I don't
Bree.
really know the Bible.
It's not even the Bible; it's the Christian tradition.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know. So there was, I felt like it was more of like you were just getting swept up into the sights and sounds.
Yeah.
And, yeah, the manipulation.
And like when I think back of like being in high school and then becoming a pastor, resurrection always felt like it was a big deal because it was told to me it was a big deal. And this will make sense when of where I'm at currently.
Yeah. So he okay. Let me start again.
She put her hand up, folks.
I know. I'm like, pause. I'm rambling. When I think about it, because I, from a very young age, worked in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same with you. But, so Easter was not, it wasn't really for me.
Exactly.
In a lot of ways, because I worked at the church. And so
Yes.
it was for the people who were coming only on Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's a lot of expectation as staff to produce that.
So much of my Easter experience was for other people, was for my job, was for work. So when I think about Easter, it's hard for me to think about like how did it really affect me, because I was working, I was on the clock.
Yeah.
And I was trying to get butts in the seats and salvation packets filled out and whatever.
Bree raised her hand like you're raising your hand like I want to be saved. Yeah.
Yeah, raise your hand. Yeah.
Choose me.
Stand up if this is your first time here.
With every eye
Jesus
closed and every heart open.
I never closed my eyes.
I know you didn't.
I've always
you
looked
rat
around.
bastard.
Don't tell me what to do.
Do you know what I did?
You're not my real dad.
We prayed at Easter at my parents' house for dinner, and I didn't know we were gonna pray, and like everyone closed their eyes, and I'm like, who? And like all my kids closed, and we don't pray, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is fascinating. Like it's a cultural, and I know everyone at that table, and they're like, okay, we must. I'm like, we are all performing.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. It felt like a performance. It could be very authentic to the bless this ham.
Sure.
Okay, sorry. But so we had to put on a production, or we had to carry the expectation that this is a big deal for other people, kind of set the scene. But it would connect with me in the sense of like, this is a big deal, this is fun, this is a special, because we had to perform. All the performances was bigger, faster, stronger, right? The message was better, announcements had to be on point. The music was always louder, or just whatever. I still hate that. I hate the performance piece.
Right.
But resurrection never felt like this aha moment. It never felt like, it never landed to me, at least how I feel about it now. It was just like, oh yeah, another thing on the calendar. Mm-hmm. And I
think I probably have like a more, even like as a non-churchgoer, like not even engaging in any of that, I feel like I have a more maybe godly idea of what Easter is now than I ever did in the church.
So let's go to that then, because like I'll just share my story, and then I'd like to hear your thought. I was in Bayfield, Wisconsin, for the ice caves when it was open one day.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't go because parking was horrible. And the line to get onto the shuttle was like 3 hours. Kris Sauter yells, only at one bar, who do I have to blow to get a drink? All right? I would have laughed at your pizza resurrection joke, by the way.
Thank you.
And I don't wait in line. I hate waiting in line. I hate it. So I dropped my family off so they could go, and I went to Bayfield and had coffee by myself. It was fucking awesome. But I'm sitting in this cafe with an espresso because I'm better than everyone else, and a little cup tells everyone I'm better than them.
Right.
And I still remember I was reading Catherine Keller and some other theologians on resurrection in preparation for for Easter.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a line in there on how every time there's a connection, anytime in relationship that we connect with someone we love, like we're doing right now, resurrection is renewed. It is affirmed. It is inspired. It is awakened. Yeah. And the miracle of resurrection is woven into relationship with earth, ourselves, each other, and whatever we call God. And it was like I've never heard the fucking gospel before. And you know, Bree knows me very well. I started crying.
Oh my God.
My God. I'm sitting by myself with my pretentious espresso looking out the sun. I can see Lake Superior. And I start like tearing up because it felt real. Yeah. It felt magical. It felt like this is the kind of God or Christ or Christness that I've always wanted.
Yeah.
And it like I've deconstructed, reconstructed. I'm still pastoring, and it was the first time that I can remember, and I'm 45, the first time I can remember having like this awakening of what resurrection is for me. Instead of it being, well, and I'd get up and be excited at church, and I think it was authentic before. Yeah. But it was still going off of what I thought it was or what was told to me it was. It never felt like I still remember us talking about, or we actually did. Do you remember one Easter during COVID, we brought the champagne? And we were drinking champagne, and whoever was on screen. That was so fun. Dude, I forgot about that.
That was very fun.
Right, and in that moment during COVID, it was fucking horrible, and we talk on an iPhone, and we're drinking champagne. That felt fun, but it wasn't fun because of fucking new life. It was, hey, this is what we say, and this is what I'm supposed to feel on this day. Yeah. And this was the first time I actually had like an awakening to what resurrection was. And it had something to do with Jesus. Yeah. But it had everything to do with the moment and in the spaces with people I love. And that feels like so much more of what I believe Jesus to be versus fuck, I did a party trick so that you can get to heaven at some point. That's what resurrection felt like for so long. Like, aren't we all happy? But then on Good Friday, we're all supposed to be sad. Like, oh, fuck, Jesus died. Is this the first you heard of this? Right. Are you just learning that Jesus died on the cross, right? I want to get to that in a little bit because I want to spend some time on that manufactured fucking sad. I would like to know of what resurrection feels like for you now.
Yeah. Well, that's I think a lot of it was like, and like, I'm not going to touch too much on this, but like a lot of it was letting go of the manufacturedness of it for me. So like once I started spending my Easter Sundays mostly bartending, sometimes having a meal with family or whatever it might be, actually like thinking through it and being like, well, why do I care? What does it even mean?
What is it? That's Bree right there. What does it even mean if somewhere in the middle?
And like, yeah, and honestly, like the thing is like part of me like doesn't really even care what it means. And part of me is like, you know what? Like I'll take it. I'm not about taking the literal truth of the Bible. I don't need it to be that. And I don't need to be like the timing thing. I feel like there's something so weird about like why we decide to have things at certain times. Like, why is Christmas in the winter.
Pagan holidays.
Right. So like all of those things of like, why do we celebrate these things about the Bible? Like, why don't we celebrate the resurrection every day? And so like, but I think we do. I think we can, right?
You start.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bree, you could use your joke about the pizza crust every goddamn day.
Right. But Sammy's is open most days, just not Easter.
Not okay. Anyways, he said, she said.
Okay, so for me, it's really about like you said, like it's about new life. It's about being reborn, recreated. Like you don't have to be, we don't have to be bound by any of these rules or ideas or expectations, and that's like the exciting thing for me is like it just can keep being remade and life keeps happening. And so that for me is like what's really stuck with me and what makes it feel, I guess, personal and also more just more real. Like it has breath in it now or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because it feels like I can just accept that at any moment of any day that this is real and it's for me. Like
it's for you
somehow.
Yeah.
So.
And it's not tied to what salvation was handed to us. You have to say a prayer.
Right.
You have to really believe it. And then once you do that, wherever that magical line of enough belief, then the Holy Spirit enters you. Right? It gets that real great time and it enters you. Instead of salvation, whatever. Salvation then isn't about this like contract. It's like this awakening and this,
right.
At least for me, to me, salvation is when I step into like even a little bit of myself, when I can even believe that I am enough in some capacity. I'm saved. Sin or evangelicalism says we need to be saved from ourselves because we're horrible, evil. And I think salvation is like stepping into ourselves. And I think I see that reflected in Christ. I see that all throughout the fucking Gospels. So resurrection is like the exclamation point. I heard Rob Bell say this a long, long time ago. He talked on Easter being the reminder that this body in this world and art and music and ethics and values and cooking, it all matters. And that was like one of the steps to get me to the coffee shop in Bayfield of like, oh my God, like resurrection is the new life I discover when I'm talking to my friend Bree or when I am, I went to a jazz fusion concert of Takanaka in Chicago. I had a lot of new life in that place, right? It was amazing, but it felt so magical that magic didn't happen just at one point back whenever Jesus was around. It feels so fucking alive because every moment is brimming with the opportunity of experiencing new life. It feels real to me, right. But here's the kicker. Do you believe? How would you? I know what you are, or how you would say. How would you identify as a? If I am a Christian, that's how I identify. Mm-hmm. How would you identify before I ask you this question? What does it even mean?
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. I think I would identify as a wanderer.
Okay, so in your wanderer, do you believe that Jesus is a historical person, and do you believe that Jesus resurrected? Like, do you believe that to be a historical, factual thing?
No.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't care.
Okay.
I think is the biggest part of it.
You don't care.
It doesn't matter to me whether it's literally true or not. Like that's not that's not the truth I'm hanging on to.
So then, what truth are you hanging on to, if any? And that's not a joke. And then how does that truth inform you or inspire you about resurrection?
Yeah. So I'm free to like grab whatever truth I want at any given point.
Yeah.
So I think who's the guy that said like the
Dano.
That like the it must have been Dano that said this. It's like the our version, like God or whatever, like say the Christian God, like any of those titles for God, Allah, like whatever, is like the blanket you put over the thing to give it a shape.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many people that said. Paul Tillich
Yeah.
said.
And so and I like that. I have great
So
ideas
good.
of like the like the security blanket, whatever. But like honestly, like just rip that thing off. Like let me just look at it. I don't know. Like I don't want the blanket on there. I want to see like all the raw ugliness. I want to see like the craziness. I want it to be too bright that it hurts my eyes. Like I don't know. There's for me, it's just like I'm just gonna in any moment in any day like just take whatever is as what it is.
Okay.
So I'm not really trying to define anything or decide anything or know anything.
Okay.
Because I just want to stay in the state of wonder, and like once I have things figured out, then I can't keep wondering.
So to ask you the same damn question that you didn't answer, then how then?
What was the question?
The question was based on you're a wanderer.
Wonder.
How and you don't need things to be certain, is what I heard. Right?
Yeah.
Like truth you can pick up, put down.
I prefer if they're not, yeah.
Yeah, well, yes, you prefer that they're not true,
consistent.
not consistent. Okay. How then does that inform what you think or believe or lack thereof of resurrection then?
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess like one thing I for sure believe is like that we're all connected somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And like I am you, you are me, like we're all part of this whole thing together. God is us, I am God, like all of it. I just think it's all a messy connectedness. And so I think that like I can take any of the truths that I've heard, whether it's from the Bible or from a science book or whatever, and I don't know, just like hang on to what feels true and makes me happy and makes me want to keep living.
Okay.
So like the new life, like I love that idea. I love that there is that things die and come back as new things, and I love knowing that like we do get to, I don't know, like I think like I just think about like parts of me that like I've tried to hang on to in certain stages, and like, oh, that's not actually serving me anymore, so I can let that go, and then something new grows, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Ooh, look at
like,
me.
I do a little wiggle, like
I'm Sandra D.
That's right. like oh, I didn't know I could become that thing, and now here I am. Like, what else should I let go of?
I feel like as long as I've known you, you've always lived there. I really love that about you.
Think so?
Oh,
yeah.
God. Or like, oh, my God. Yeah, totally. I didn't know that until right now. But, yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm always just like grabbing onto whatever feels like good in the moment, I guess.
So then why then? Because I'm 100% with you in the idea of I don't get asked this as much. When we left evangelicalism, I get asked it all the time. Like, do you really believe in Jesus? Do you believe in historical? And I still remember saying, I believe in a real resurrection. I believe in a historical Jesus, and I still do. Like, but what people hear the word believe and how I feel about that word and how they would define that word, I think are very different. In the sense, they were doing like a vibe check with me or fact check, really. Are we on the same team? Because in that world, you have to be on the same team.
Right. Exactly.
And if you're not on the same team, then you're a threat.
You're against them. Yeah.
You're against them. Yeah. Well, you're not against them for like a 3-month window, because now you've turned into like a project. You're the stray sheep. Jesus left the 99 for the one.
Sure.
Right. Honestly, like
they'll be praying for you.
Yeah, they'll be praying for you, and then you'll be talked to. Whoever was your pastor or leader or small group leader will come talk to you or text you or something.
Yeah.
So what they would say believe and what I say believe, I didn't realize that we were probably using the same word with different definitions. Because today and for a while, I don't care if it's true or not. Mm-hmm. In the sense, can you prove it? Because why waste the energy of trying to convince yourself that it's true? Because it's just a belief. It's not a fact. It's just a belief. And if someone needs that to be 100% true, as in like 2 + 2 is 4, or George Washington was the president at one point, right? That's true.
Sure.
It's not a belief. It's true. Well, Unless we've been lied to.
What are numbers? Can
Oh
we
my
just
God. Don't
can
even
we
start.
pivot real quick?
Oh my God. I have a great story about that, about Weaver.
2 + 2 is 4. I'm like, nah.
Oh, don't give me this psychedelic mushroom trip that you were on. Was it even me? And right? Because I would bring up my country song, and you have a thinking problem. I got a thinking. But anyways, that to me, it's like the word I've been using is low. It's a low energy question.
Sure.
Because all you're trying to do is get a virtue signal of like, where are you at? Instead of whatever Jesus is, it's still super meaningful to me. Mm-hmm. But I don't need to be certain that it happened.
Right. Those aren't the conversations you're trying to have.
No. Those are the questions I want to avoid the beginning of that question. Of people like, is it true? I love when people are on the second half of that question of like, hey, could it not be true and be okay? Right? I love those conversations. But I'm surprised at how, I'm not surprised. It is interesting to me at how fluid that transition was for me. I can't point to the time of like, oh, I've moved from certainty to wonder. I've used a lot of language about it, but when I was sitting in that little coffee shop, it just like hit me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like awake. I'm awake, and it feels fucking. Yeah. And it wasn't that I was like ignorant. Well, I don't want to go down that road, but it wasn't like it wasn't true for me then. Mm-hmm. It's like, whatever truth is felt so much more, and that's the right word. Felt so much more embodied. Felt so much like I finally found the clothes that just fit right, where I feel confident or sexy or empowered. It just, like, I could believe me. Not only could I believe God, I could believe me. It felt really, really kind to me. Oh God, it still feels good.
Yeah, I think that's because you made it your own, right? Like it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't.
Maybe I made it my own, or I finally was able to hear it on my own, right? Because I didn't manufacture it. Yeah. God, it feels so. It's like I'm waiting to have like this aha moment with you. I'm like, oh, this is just like everything, right? Like, when I'm reminded by how much I love my dog, Chance, like in the moment, like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. Then it's done. It's like I had this amazing moment. Like, oh God, okay, it's done, but it's like still being played out. Okay, sure. My question to you then. I love this. Okay. We're going backwards then. Okay. Good Friday. Sure. Why do you think we have to pretend that it's so sad? Is it, or maybe I'm leading the witness. Do you find grief that Jesus was murdered on the cross? No. You kind of like looked off for a second. You're like, well, let me think about it. No. Like anymore? No. I mean, I spent my whole life, my whole growing up, like feeling like I had to save all of my friends because Jesus died. Because Jesus died for me. But what is it? I understand the salvation, and we had to go save souls. Right. And Jesus died for their sin. But when I was talking to people, I happen to have been very good at saving souls, Bree. Right? I have documented proof of hundreds of people coming to Jesus. There's numbers. I never lied about those numbers ever. Right? Oh, my God. But never, when you're doing the salvation message, it was never like, oh, fuck, Jesus died on the cross. Oh, God, that is so heavy. Right? It was always like he died on the cross was a way to get you for your sins, because that was the emphasis, was your sins, and there's new life, and Jesus took our place. Yeah. But specifically on Good Friday, putting on the service and setting the table or the scene for people, it always felt like we had to wear dark clothes. We had to talk in quiet voices. We never served coffee because they're like, well, there wasn't coffee at the cross. I'm like, wasn't coffee at the fucking tomb either there. Bilbo Baggins, right? Oh, God. So why is there such an emphasis that we have to be sad and reverent? That's a good question. Oh. Do I know? I don't know. Am I supposed to know? Oh, I like from just your experience. Yeah. Or do you think I'm off? Do you think that I'm overplaying it? No, I mean, I think that was very much like the fabrication of the whole event was
like the whole thing was you had to be mournful.
Yeah.
You were mourning.
And every year we had to mourn.
Right.
And then 3 days later, really 2 days later,
Mm-hmm.
we had to like be excited.
Right.
Like, do you think it's like part of the manufacture? We have to like pretend we're descending so we can participate in the ascension of Christ.
Like you don't get to celebrate if you're not sad first. Or
Well, Jesus already ascended. If it happened, it already happened,
right.
right? And if he got killed on the cross, then it already happened.
Right.
So why do we have to participate in this cycle of like, are we pretending it just happened and we're supposed to be like in memory, in process, in thought?
I don't remember. What were your messages about? What were we
On Good
telling
Friday?
people to? We were telling people to reflect.
It was
What were we telling people to do?
It changed. It was like the 7 last words of Christ, right? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. So we were supposed to feel guilty.
We're supposed to feel guilty.
Yeah.
So, but it was put like, this is reverence, and we're supposed to be quiet. We're supposed to be thankful, but it was supposed to be like, it should have been me.
But I think that's it too. Exactly. Right. Like we can't be. We don't get to celebrate if we're not first feeling guilty or whatever, because it's not. Yeah.
It's still like we did a Good Friday as an ecumenical service,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great. It's very different than our expression, which I really appreciate. And the pastor who's putting on, I respect the hell out of that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, like, hey, I want no talking when you walk into the church and no talking when you walk out. And he, like, put it on the thing, and I respect it, right?
Sure.
No one followed it, all right? Because they want to talk. They wanted, like, but it popped up this question. I'm like, and I maybe I will later, but I'm like, why can't we treat it like why can't we celebrate?
Wait, yeah, I'm thinking the same thing right now. Like when I'm thinking about like how we do funerals as like more of a celebration of life type deal. Like why wouldn't we do that?
Oh God, I thought about this in the car on the way over here. Even in funerals, we lie, right? So the idea of like death, resurrection being true, we choose to tell the better stories about people, even if they're not true, because that inspires other people to take on the memory of Uncle Gene, who was a fucking asshole, right? But that one time he bought me jelly beans. It's like, yeah, I want to. That's awesome. Makes me feel good. We should all buy jelly beans for all the other people out there, right? We do that all the fucking time, and no one ever says, actually, that's not true. And if anyone did that at a funeral, they'd be the biggest jackwagons around, So we choose. We do the same thing with Jesus because we don't know anything that happened factually, right? But what we choose to celebrate on Good Friday is how bad it was.
Which is so funny because why is it called good then?
Well, that's a whole different.
That's fine. I don't really know and I don't care.
That's a whole different Christian.
Moving right along. No, I agree though. It doesn't.
So if you got to choose, let's say current Bree now, so you're not manufacturing that you're some Christian or whatever it is.
Sure.
If you at your bar could throw a Good Friday service, what would you do?
Karaoke. Why do you have to ask?
I wasn't ready for that. That is actually okay.
Why wouldn't it be?
Why? Tell me why.
Because that's what I love. I don't know.
Okay, and how does what you love about karaoke translate to what Good Friday is?
I think that I don't know. I think like as we were saying, like why wouldn't it be a celebration of life? And if I'm celebrating life, I'm fucking singing karaoke.
What I hear in there is like, I just need excuses to sing more.
I'll even sing Toby Mac if you want me to.
No, I like that because if I could throw a Good Friday in the way I really, really wanted to, because you have to do it to what the church wants, right? That's whatever. That's good to do that. But I would want to sing karaoke and about things that once were, right? Like every time I hear your song, Strawberry Wine, right? I think of you, right?
Yeah.
And I, of course, think about who you are now, but then I also go back to who Bree was 5 years ago, right? And who you were 10, 12 years ago. And I have this connection to you when I hear that song. That feels very much like Good Friday.
Yeah.
Of like, we can either have some memories, we could have some grief, we could sing songs like a George Jones song that my grandpa Lloyd, like that would connect me to something that once was.
Sure.
Right? Without having to be like, oh, fuck, grandpa, you were once alive, but you're not anymore. Right?
Yeah.
It can be like this celebration of what I wish we could do is be honest collectively where we're at with spirituality, Jesus, love, ultimate reality, and just be honest instead of having to placate to what a group or a person says this is what we should feel, and we all like, this is what we feel. And I don't know if you can do that in a corporate worship service. So maybe we have to just pretend we're sad all the time because it works. But it doesn't work.
Yeah.
What does it work even mean?
What does it even mean?
Okay.
It's hard to know, like, I mean, maybe you ask the church. It's hard to, I mean, like, this space is made up of the people that are here, right? And I don't know, like, they're all in different spaces, right?
Yeah.
Like when you do church. When I'm at the bar and people are there for karaoke night, they want to be there for karaoke night, right? So they're choosing that and they get to come. So if you set it up and say this is how it's going to be, then people get to choose whether they want to come.
Then we should just do Good Friday at your bar
Just
and
come
do
to the
karaoke.
Rostic. Hell yeah.
But it can't start at 9. It's got to be like a strong 5:30 p.m. karaoke experience.
Just karaoke in the daylight. You're a monster.
There's no windows in your fucking bar, Bree. All right? I don't have to worry about the sun breaking into that place. God damn.
Oh.
The only light in that place is from like the 1950s like sports posters we have up there.
I know, one of them's flickering right now too. It's really
And there's
rough.
not even like a team name on it.
No, it's so
It's
generic.
just a general person. There's no gender assigned. It's just like a person holding a bat. Like,
baseball.
I bet you guys like sports. Okay, let's wrap this up. I feel like there was something I pitched that I wanted to propose to you. I don't recall.
I don't know. I heard a comedian do a joke the other day about
Let's hear it.
about Jesus dying and that he was God's only son.
Okay.
And God's only son died. God's only son died. So
Yeah.
what does that make the rest of us? We're daughters. We're all ladies.
You want to hear funny? I will end it after this, right? I Uber for the listeners, and I picked up this woman. I shouldn't say where. I picked up this woman at a local school.
Mm-hmm.
Have I told you this yet?
I don't know.
Okay, it's so no,
Keep
you
going.
remember. You would remember.
From that intro?
Yeah, no, you would wait till you hear it, right?
All right.
And because it has to do with the daughters. And I pick her up, and I said, "How was this school experience?" I asked the same damn question. Like, if you're at Holiday Inn, how's your Holiday Inn experience? And people always look, here's $100. And so I asked the same thing. I'm like, how was blah, blah, blah school experience? And they said, it was really, really great. I won't say what they do. And I said, okay, of all the schools you could sub at, why this particular school?
Mm-hmm.
And they said, because the Duluth schools, I can say that, keep trying to force the trans agenda on all these kids and all us subs, and I won't have it anymore because I'm a Christian. Now, this bitch doesn't know what I do as a job or as a podcast, right? So I just like, oh, okay, and I'm not antagonizing her. I am like, I'm just going to ask some questions.
Yeah, just getting curious with it.
Oh, my God. Yeah, curious, and I also was antagonizing her a little bit. But I'm a very petty person, and I knew it was going to work great for the podcast. And actually, Nikki's like, you should just do the whole podcast on this. I just remembered that.
Wow.
40 minutes after we already started.
Perfect.
But she said, or what the sub said after saying you're forcing the trans agenda.
Yeah.
I said, oh, so what does forced the trans agenda on students and substitutes mean? Were they like asking you to become trans?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, but we had to take some training on pronouns, and we had to like respect, or she didn't use even the words respect. We had to like ask to be used them, and I won't use them because I'm a Christian. And I'm like, oh, what is it about Jesus that makes you not want to use people's pronouns?
That's perfect.
Yeah, and they're like, well, you know, I'm like, well, do you use pronouns? And they're like, yeah, I'm she. I'm like, oh, okay, so you use pronouns. Well, it's not what I mean. I'm like, so you just don't want to use other people's pronouns? Well, I don't want to use them the way that they're asking me.
Why does this woman have such a
Yeah,
grizzly
because it
voice?
makes it funnier, for at least
Okay.
in my head.
Yeah.
And this is the
Because
best.
it's a very man thing to say is why you're doing that, I think.
Yeah. But what it was like, I think they anticipated that I would just be in the same space they are.
Yeah.
And when I wasn't, and I still didn't say where I
Right.
landed on it. I said, well, what does the Bible say about gender? Does God have a gender? They're like, yes, clearly God is a man. I said, okay. Well, does the Bible say anything? This is me leading the witness. I said, well, does the Bible say anything about like who the church is? Is there a gender for that? They're like, well, I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask my pastor. I said, well, I mean, I could tell you it does say that the church is the bride of Christ. She's like, yes, it does say that. I'm like, so would that mean anyone who's a Christian would have the pronouns she or her? Because the church is female and God is the male and he's the bride and we're the groom. So we should take the posture of a female spirit and just all of us be fucking trans. And she's like, hand of God, Bree. She's like, I've never thought about that before. I'm like, well, because I'm a male, but I'm a Christian. And if the church is the female, I'm the bride, then I'm trans. Then we all are trans in a way. And then she got really quiet. She's like, well, I guess I just really need to talk to my pastor. And I said, well, you're looking at one.
You didn't. Did you tell her you were a pastor at that point? Yeah, you did.
And I did. I just said, I said something, really kind and really wise. I think I wrapped it up with like, isn't it great that we can all be in different spaces, but we can choose to like love and respect people as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. She gave me a 1-star rating.
She did not.
Yeah. Reported me for not being not polite. Yeah. That's okay.
Wow.
It was okay. I get those kind of
amazing.
conversations.
That's amazing.
So,
because you disagreed with her.
well, disagreed, but I don't, similar to what we just talked about. When people come in and saying, this is what was handed to me, therefore it must be true, and true means it's certain and fact, like 2 + 2 is 4, because numbers are true. Therefore, it's a universal truth, and I can behave and operate and even expect other people to behave and operate in that manner.
Yeah.
And I used to just be like, okay, whatever. And now I'm like, I don't have to do that anymore. Like, I don't want to be rude. There's sometimes I want to be rude, but most of the time I want to be like, we can like disagree and we can be really at different places and we can both be clear about where we are without having to be like, I don't want to treat this woman like I'm better than her.
Yeah, but also she showed up willingly saying that she was going to abuse children.
Yes. Yes.
So you are better than her.
And the school that
I mean, that's insane.
I'll tell you after what school. You could probably imagine what it might be.
That's wild to me. Like you can believe whatever the fuck you want as long as it doesn't affect how you treat people. Like don't be a bitch. God, that
you
sucks.
can show up and have
that sucks for her and for the kids that are around her.
That was where I was going to go. It sucks for her.
Yeah.
It sucks for the kids especially.
Yeah.
But it sucks for her because like you can have beliefs if that makes you feel better.
Mm-hmm.
You can believe Jesus really died on the cross and resurrection is factual and historical. I'm happy for you. If that brings you solace and grounding, great. But don't then put that on other people saying if you don't, like the amount of people who told me I'm some horrible fake pastor Christian because I didn't sync up exactly where they're at. And those people, oh my God. Now that there's people who were there and they're no longer there, I do meet them with graciousness and kindness. Unless a handful of people. there's gonna be a different conversation.
Yeah.
But to close, Bree, when you think about death, cross, resurrection, and however and whatever it means to you, what does it and if it does, inspire you to be or think or behave today or moving forward? What would that be?
Yeah, I guess in my brain, like I think of it a lot like I think of spring. In just that I think that it's really important for us to not hold on to things that are dying.
Okay. And if you're so moving forward, don't hold on to what's dying
and just like welcoming new life.
Yeah.
Just being open and even like excited for, looking forward to like new things. Yeah. Like I feel like I'm always looking for like new things to like give me hope. We have to be looking for it in this day and age, I feel like. But yeah, 'cause every day for the last like 5 years kind of feels like Good Friday. So if you're not looking for the new life and the hope, like it'll kill you.
It will kill you. I like that. 5 years every day, Bree waking up. Fucking hell.
Jesus died
Again? God damn it, Satan.
Oh God.
I love that. I feel looking for new life. I'm still riding that wave of that coffee shop of just like how good it felt just to feel like there's not just new hope. I've always felt there's new hope in the future, but it felt like that new hope could just be experienced right now, and it was enough. Because to me, hope is always what's coming, and it sometimes it never feels like it delivers.
Oh yeah.
And so choosing to be like, there will be new hope in the future.
It's here now. It's
but
for you.
It's whatever fraction of that hope that could be multiplied in the future. That still means there's something here right now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna choose to hold on to that and then look for it in other people and other places. Yeah. And in fucking me too. Yeah, like I'm amazing.
Yeah, like recognize you are amazing.
No, yeah,
like
yes, it's true.
Recognizing that it's like, that it's always in you because it is because
the fucking miracle is us. Yeah. The miracle is
we are God. Like it is all part of us. I know you wouldn't
I
word
wouldn't
it
say
like
that.
But that's how I feel. Like it's all us. Like it's all connected.
Oh God, Richard, what did he say? If everything is connected. No, if everything is connected and everything belongs. If everything belongs, then we're even more connected than we ever thought possible. Yeah. So if everything belongs, then we're all connected deeply. I love that.
Yeah, I do too.
Fucking resurrection. Bree, do you want to get saved?
No, but I want the coupon that's in the packet or whatever.
God damn, there was a coupon. No.
Gift card.
No, there wasn't.
Not in the salvation packet.
The salvation packet.
The first-time visitor packet.
The first-time visitor packet, you got a free drink.
Well, I still want a coupon.
Yeah, I just want free shit. Okay, that's it. Post nothing. I'm not gonna say that. Thank you. If you want to find out more information, go to shitmypastorsaid.com.